Madridistas, tomorrow night we take on Mallorca in what is unfortunately not a must-win game anymore for Real Madrid. Realistically, guys, the season is over for Real Madrid with only 3 games to go. However, I will still be giving you guys my starting 11 that I want to see and, of course, my official match prediction. But I wanted to be coming here with some great news and some news that I think all of us need to be hearing to, because it is time now to turn the chapter on a new chapter for Real Madrid. And that starts by getting the closest thing you can get to the Comunicano Oficial. We get the here we go from Fabrizio Romano as Xabi Alonso is the next Real Madrid manager. And I am very, very excited. You know, here's the thing. We've all known about the rumors for Xabi Alonso. It's been a long, long time about Xabi Alonso to Real Madrid. If you guys have been watching the channel for a while, I've been telling you too. I said regardless of the result this year in La Liga, in Champions League, I thought Carlo Ancelotti would be heading out the door and Xabi Alonso would be the next manager of Real Madrid. And I'm very excited for him to get started. And clearly, so is he, because not only is Xabi Alonso going to be the next manager of Real Madrid, he will be the manager of Real Madrid 30 days, just about 30 days, as Xabi Alonso will be the next manager of Real Madrid during the FIFA Club World Cup. Yeah, that is right. There's going to be no Solari. That's the thing with Real Madrid. We had a couple of different options too. Solari being the interim manager or Xabi Alonso coming in right away and taking over. And that is exactly what Xabi Alonso is going to be doing. And this is great. First of all, I think it's going to be kind of interesting to see how do we value this tournament. I was taking a look and we can win a lot of money. A lot of money, guys. 40 million, 50 million, something like that too, whatever it equates to. I think that could help a lot with the transfers. But what this really helps with is Xabi Alonso understanding the team and then him kind of addressing the situation too and seeing, do we need to be more aggressive in this particular area of the football team? If it's left back, if it's something in the midfield too, if he's like, you know what, Rodrigo doesn't fit my system, Vinny doesn't fit my system, whatever it may be, he has a chance to be able to work with some of these players right away and then kind of address it too. And also not only just work with them in understanding the personalities and the team that we actually have, but the formation too. That is going to be must-see TV, guys, and I can't wait to be covering it all on my channel as well. So if you guys are new around here, hit that subscribe button too. About 50% of you watch all the videos but aren't subscribed. Guys, we are so close to 5,000 subscribers. So if you can, please hit that subscribe button. Like the video too, guys, if you want to see more content like that. The thing with Xabi Alonso, too, I want to mention, this is somebody who's been dreaming of becoming the next manager of Real Madrid. If we go back in the summer of last year, there was 2 big-time jobs that were open. And guess what? He was the number 1 candidate for both of them, as Bayern Munich was open and Liverpool. Both of these clubs were teams that Xabi Alonso played with and played for. But he knew it in his heart. There was only one club that he wanted to be managing after Bayer Leverkusen. And he finally gets to live out his dream. And that, of course, is Real Madrid, guys. I'm very, very excited for Xabi Alonso. I want it to work so much. I think it's going to be interesting because the level up, I mean, it goes from here to you can't even see my hand. You can't even see my hand with the jump up from Leverkusen to Real Madrid. I'm very excited for it. I'm very excited to see the different formations that we have. Having somebody who's actually tactically gifted and is somebody who I think that blows Carlo Ancelotti out of the water, but very excited for that. I want to hear from you guys too in the comments. What's your thoughts on Xabi Alonso becoming the next manager of Real Madrid? Now, when it comes to Carlo Ancelotti, where the hell is he going, right? Carlo Ancelotti gets the here we go from Fabrizio Romano as the next Brazil manager. So if you guys been following me too, you already know I root for the Brazil national team, so he will stay within the family for me too. And he basically just goes one in and into another area for me too. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Carlo Ancelotti does. He's very familiar with some of these players. Casemiro might be coming back to the Brazil national team. We already know Vinny is there. We already know Rodrigo. We already know Endrick's going to be sitting on the bench for Brazil too. I know you, Carlo. I know exactly how you work too, but I'm excited. I'm excited for Carlo Ancelotti to becoming the next Brazil national team coach, guys. Let me know if you think that's going to work too. I think it's going to be interesting, but we do need to be giving him a send-off over these next couple of games because at the end of the day, Carlo Ancelotti, he leaves as, you know, the winningest coach for Real Madrid. 15 titles with 3 of them being UCLs. He deserves a proper send-off. Even though it's been a shitty season for him, he still deserves a proper send-off. Club legend, in my opinion, one of the best managers ever, regardless of just Real Madrid, ever. Carlo Ancelotti. So very excited to see that. Now, a couple of other things that I want to be talking about too. One of the news items that came over today from Fabrizio Romano too, I'm basically reporting a lot of Fabrizio Romano because I think that's the closest thing you guys can get from actual truth, right? I think I trust Fabrizio Romano. I know some of you don't trust him as much. I believe him most of the time. Lucas Vazquez will be gone at the end of the season for Real Madrid. There is no contract negotiations happening. His contract is up July 1st of this year, and he will be gone at the end of the season. However, it looks like that will not be at the end of the season in the next 3 games. He will be a part of the squad, it looks like, for the Club World Cup. So if that's a good thing, if that's a bad thing, I'm excited for Trent. Trent, that's the thing with Trent too. I wanted to mention this too. Xabi Alonso is going to be the next manager during the Club World Cup for Real Madrid. And Real Madrid is trying to negotiate right now with Liverpool to actually get Trent to be released so that he can join the team for the Club World Cup. I would love that. That would be amazing. Right away, we get to see Trent wearing that famous, that beautiful white kit. New kit coming very soon too. Be able to see him in that one. But then also, we don't have to be witnessing anymore that Lucas Vazquez just disaster class that we have been witnessing this year. Appreciate Lucas Vazquez. He's had some fun moments. It just has not been for a long, long time. Maybe that penalty last time against Manchester City. That was the last good moment. But the last thing, the last news today before I talk about the match is the possibility now of a center back being brought in. Apparently, Xabi Alonso and the board have already met. And Xabi Alonso, he wants a new center back to be joining the team. And this is something I've been talking about vocally on Twitter. If you guys have been following me, if not, you can follow me here. Link is in the description too. I have been somebody who's been very, very vocal and say, you need a new center back. You cannot be. I mean, let's think of the situation too. Alaba injured, Rudiger injured. And then you have Tchouaméni, who's been playing CDM, who has to drop back to center back. Raul Asensio came out of nowhere too. There's no depth. There's absolutely no depth that we have anymore at the center back position. We have to go be getting one. And the 3 names that we are all linked with right now, I think 2 are very unlikely and 1 is the most likely and is the one I think we should be getting. The first one, which is the dream target for I think a lot of Madridistas, is William Saliba from Arsenal. He is the number 1 target. And is that something that I think actually ever happens? I personally, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I think Arsenal is going to give him a ridiculous salary, ridiculous wage, and it never happens. I think he's probably going to get locked up to 2032, something like that too, and we can probably kiss that one goodbye. So that's a fair warning, but you never know. I hope I'm wrong. The other one is Konate. I can never say his name right. I want to say Conte every single time. I don't know why. Konate from Liverpool too. Not Van Dijk, guys. The other Liverpool center back. I think he's a good center back too. He's definitely not my favorite in between Saliba and him. I would definitely prefer Saliba. But the one that is the most likely one, it's another Premier League guy. However, this time it is a 20-year-old Spanish, even though his name doesn't sound Spanish at all, Dean Huijsen from Bournemouth. It's been somebody I've been very vocal about in the live streams, on Twitter, in some of these videos too. Dean Huijsen has a sell clause in his contract this year for around 50 to 55 million. And it looks like Real Madrid is very, very interested. And Dean Huijsen is very interested in Real Madrid. There's a couple of teams that are already pursuing him. Bayern Munich's one of the teams. Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. Those are all teams that are very interested. And those are all very good clubs, big-time clubs. That'd be a huge upgrade from Bournemouth. But he's telling them, hold up. The club is interested in me, and I want to hear from them before I make the decision. And that, of course, is Real Madrid. Real Madrid would be an absolute dream for this kid. I think it would be a dream to have this kid too. It's a 20-year-old Spanish national joining the team who is 6'5", 1.95 meters wherever you are in the world. We do feet over here in the States, but I try to adjust for you guys to only the best for you guys. I think this is somebody who would be fantastic on some of the corners to Arda Güler. I can picture it now already. Arda Güler whipping in balls to Dean Huijsen, and I think it would be great. I think he has a lot of potential too. He's a little skinny right now too. Get him in the system, add about 15 pounds of muscle to him. I think that he has the frame to actually fill out and be great. And that is the center back that I really want Real Madrid to do. And I really think this is the one that Real Madrid actually gets this summer too. If Xabi Alonso wants him and the board wants him, we have the money. It's a very obtainable fee, 50 million again. I think it's going to be something that's going to be happening. But guys, I want to hear from you. Who do you want to be getting as the next center back for Real Madrid? All right, we got the updates out of the way. Let's talk about the game because we do have a game, guys. Even though we had all these updates too, And here's the thing. I already mentioned it in the beginning of this video. This game is not the most important game. I will just tell you all right now. If we lose, if we draw, if we win, I'm always going to prefer if we win, right? I would want Real Madrid. I never want Real Madrid to lose. It's not fun to make the videos. It's not fun to watch the game too. I always want Real Madrid. However, it doesn't matter the end result anymore because the best thing we can actually do is get second place now. I mean, realistically, technically, we can win La Liga. It's not happening. I'm not even going to float that idea out there. Just throwing it out there for you guys. But when it comes to this game against Mallorca, we've already played Mallorca. However, it was a long, long time ago in La Liga, beginning of August, beginning of the season for Real Madrid. It was a 1-1 draw, and it was the start, unfortunately, of questioning this team, being like, ooh, is Villamar going to work? Is Mbappe going to work? Is Carlo Ancelotti in over his head on this job? Turns out, maybe a little, some of that. But we did play them again in the Super Cup in January, and it was a 3-0 victory for them, for Real Madrid in that one. And here's the thing with Mallorca. They play anti-football. They really do. And they have this guy, Maffeo, who is a right back for them, who's absolutely ungodly obsessed with Vinny Jr. for some reason. I don't know why he is so obsessed with Vinny. He just is. He loves that guy so much. He loves talking about him. But unfortunately, the thing for Maffeo, there's going to be no Vinny Jr. in this game. And there's a bunch of guys because unfortunately, Vinny Jr. is out of this game. No Rodrigo is in this game too. Both of them are injured. Vinny got injured the last one. Rodrigo he was sick. Now he's injured. I don't know. I don't know the full situation with him. Something to monitor too. Chouameni is suspended, and then Vasquez is injured too, I believe, or suspended. Either way, I don't really care. I don't really care about Vasquez. And that is on top of Ferland Mendy being out, Camavinga being out, Rudiger, Alaba. And honestly, it's just laughable. Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on. I got a call. Carlo, you need a right back? 2 games? Who are we playing? Mallorca? I mean, I can't be worse than Vasquez. Sure, I'll do it. All right. Guys, I might be playing at right back tomorrow evening against Mallorca. I mean, honestly, am I better than Vasquez? Probably. I probably am. But in all seriousness, guys, when it comes to the starting 11 in this game too, I think we're missing a ton of people. But actually, when I was putting together this lineup, I was actually surprised with the amount of starters that I could actually get in here. As you guys can see on the screen now, this is the starting 11 that I will be going with for Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe getting the start. Endrick getting the start with me. I'm very interested to see the actual link up between these two. I think this is going to be something that maybe we see a little bit more next season. Dani Ceballos, Jude Bellingham, Arda Güler, and then Brahim Diaz making up the midfield for me. Fran Garcia, Jacobo getting the start, Raul Asensio, Fede Valverde, and then Thibaut Courtois. Now, there's a couple of other people too that we can be talking about that maybe get on the squad. Let's take a look at the squad list now. There's a couple of names on here. When we're taking a look, that I'll be honest, I don't really know who the hell some of these guys are. I want to know, who is David James? Who is Mario Revice? I don't know who that is. I've seen Chema's big ass out there a couple of different times. We saw Victor Muniz out there too. I wouldn't mind seeing Victor Muniz. I actually thought the positioning from him too, it wasn't bad. It was a really bad take, but again, he just got on in the game in his debut for El Clasico. And the first time he actually touches the ball is a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. I mean, I'm not that surprised. I think all of us probably would have whiffed on that one too, unless your name is Kylian Mbappe. Even then, who knows, man? Who knows? But there's a couple of different players too. Yusuf out there too. I would not mind seeing. I kind of hope I'm wrong with the starting 11 that I put out there because I would kind of be very curious. Again, these games really don't matter anymore. Gonzalo maybe getting the start. I wouldn't mind seeing any of these players actually come on in this game too, getting the start even. Would not mind that either. So guys, if there's anybody on this list, let me know who you want to be seeing in this game. Now really, when it comes to the keys to the game for me, the biggest key is just don't get hurt, man. 3 games to go with the Club World Cup coming up. We cannot be having any more injuries. I've already told you guys the list of injuries. It's almost 10. It's been absolutely insane, the amount of injuries that we've had. Please, no more injuries. That's the biggest thing for me, too. And let's just have entertaining football, too. I wouldn't mind if it's end-to-end. I would prefer if it's a little more team football. But again, Carlo Ancelotti, he's already 1 foot out the door. He already knows he's going to be going to Brazil in just a couple of weeks, too. He's probably packing his bags, too. He probably even forgets we have a game. Well, he did call me. But let's just have an entertaining game. Let's just have a fun game. And I think we will. I think we will get a fun game in this one. And I'm hoping that Real Madrid can ultimately win. Guys, when it comes to my official match prediction, I will be going for a 2-1. Kylian Mbappe continuing, hopefully winning the Golden Boot in La Liga. I would love it. At least we can maybe get that for Kylian Mbappe, who's had a terrible season, right? Remember the worst season ever for Kylian Mbappe? Getting a Golden Boot in your first year for Real Madrid when Real Madrid wasn't that good. Wouldn't be too bad, guys. And I'm going with Endrick getting on the board for, again, guys, my 2-1 Real Madrid to win against Mallorca. Guys, if you agree with me, disagree with me, let me know in the comments. What do you think about Xabi Alonso becoming the next manager of Real Madrid? Are there any other transfers you guys want to be seeing? Let me know in the comments. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Like the video. Guys, I will see you in my match reaction. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Cheers. Real Madrid.